Hi everyone, this is Judy, and today I'll be showing you how to make my bottle cover cozy for a water bottle. And this is going to be a Christmas one. And if I don't finish it all on this video, it'll be a part 2. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And thank you for all the new subscribers. So first I'm going to cast on some waste yarn. Stop when you get to the first black needle. And then I'm going to do 5 rows. This is waste yarn, so I can do a pretty edging. When I finish, I'm going to take it off. So I'm going to cast on 5 rows. I'm getting to 5. Okay, there's my 5 rows. I'm going to cut it and then just drop that in the middle. Open up the yarn holder and drop that down in there. And then I'm going to get the yarn. I'm using this kind of yarn that I got from Walmart. And it's a brown. I don't know if you can see it, but it is brown. It's a brown color yarn. It's a brown color. I'm going to just drop it on the floor. It'll be easier to work with. And I'm going to leave a long tail because I'm going to single crochet the end when I get done. I'm going to reset my counter to 0, 0. And then I'm just going to knit until I get about 3.5 inches of knitted work. And hit the camera. And it'll probably be part 2 of this because I want to show everything that I'm doing. Make sure none of your stitches are dropping. And pull out yarn if you need to keep it so it won't do any tight stitches. I'm holding the yarn here. Then when you get to 3.5 inches, you're going to do 5 more rows of waste yarn on there. Now I'm going to see if it's about, I'm going to measure it to see if it's like 3.5 inches without stretching it. Always measure it from almost. I'll measure it again. Okay, that's 3.5 inches, and I knitted 28 rows to get 3.5 inches with this yarn here. And now I'm gonna cut it off and leave a long tail for this too, because I'm gonna single crochet on this end. So I'm gonna leave a long tail on this. Just make sure you leave enough so you can go all the way around your project. Then I'm going to drop this in the middle, like I did with the other. And then I'm going to grab my waist yarn, and I'm going to do 5 rows of waist yarn on there. And we're getting more waist yarn. And then the waist yarn will just be cut out. It'll be cut off, the waist yarn. Let me get it. I hope I got enough waist yarn here. We're done with the brown yarn. And then I'm going to do my waist yarn again, 5 rows. I'm going to reset the counter to 0, 0. And run that through your thread yarn holder. And then you're going to just knit your waist yarn on there so you can put a pretty edging on it when you get your cozy done. I already got 3 rows. You can do more, but that's all I'm going to do. See right there, it looks like it's got a hole, but okay, I'm done and knit it. Oh, I think I got a knot in this one. There, I got it out. I've done and knit it. 5 rows of waist yarn. Now I'm going to drop that in the middle too. I'm going to shut this so you won't break that off. Always make sure that's shut. And then I'm just going to turn it until all the knitting falls off the knitting machine. I don't think I got it all. So it should look about like that when you get it knitted. I got all this extra long. I'm just going to move this in the middle, the camera, so it can be on the table. Okay, it should look like this when you're done. And you got all this extra to sew it up. Let me unravel this because I don't want it to. It should look about like this when you get done. And if you stretch it, it narrows it, makes it narrowed like that. And this is going to be a water bottle cozy. And then you're going to match up your ends like that goes on this side. And then you're going to take and single crochet around on your edge, and then you're going to remove your waste yarn. I left a long one to crochet it, to do single crochet. So that's this one for this end. And I'm going to use a size H hook. And like I said, this video is probably going to be long. And try to get 2 stitches there. Like this here, that's how I usually do it. 2 stitches here. And let me do a slip notch. I got this so long, I don't think I really need it this long. But I want to make sure I got enough I want to make sure I got enough to shut this up here. You don't need no slip knot. Like I said, all you have to do is get 2 stitches here. I don't know if you can see it. And go through the next stitch. Pull through one stitch. You're going to single crochet all the way around it. Go through your next brown stitch. And just single crochet all the way around it. Go through the brown stitch. That's why you put the wasted yarn on it, so that way you could see the brown stitch. And just single crochet all the way around till you get to the other end, like I'm doing. And a single crochet if you know how to single crochet. until you get all the way around. When you get all the way around to the other end, this is going to be a long video because I'm just showing you everything I'm doing. It'll be a part 2 to it. And this is going to be a water bottle cozy. Go through the brown loop. One stitch through, then 2 stitch through. This is single crochet. And you don't have to use no slip stitch, like I said. It's no slip stitch. And you got to be careful because you'll miss a couple stitches and then it'll cause it to. You don't want to miss no stitches, because then you'll have a drop stitch. And you don't want that. You don't want to drop those stitches. You want to make sure you get all. This is a hard stitch here that you can't see. That would be one that you would miss. And then you're going to slip stitch it together. Just pull all them stitches through. It's a slip stitch. And then you're gonna take and cut this yarn off here where you single crocheted. And you can try to remove the waste yarn if you want to now, or you can wait till later after you do the other end. But this one's coming out pretty easy. And that's the way the finished edge looks. And you got to weave that through so that once you weave that through, it'll look nice. That's why you use the waste yarn, so you can see the stitches. So I'm going to do the other end. You got to do the other end the same way. And you got to go through the brown stitch. I'm going to use this yarn here. I'm going to start over here and do this, go through this one.